How do forensic anthropologists estimate age, sex, stature from skeletal remains? Imagine finding bones and wondering who they belonged to and how tall they were. Forensic anthropologists have special ways to piece together these details from bones. They start by confirming the bones are human and then build a profile. To estimate age, they look at how bones grow and change over time. For children and teens, they check how teeth develop and when growth plates in long bones fuse. For example, if certain teeth have erupted or if the ends of long bones have fused, they can guess the person's age within a few years. In adults, it gets trickier because growth stops. Here, they examine signs of aging like arthritis, where on joint surfaces and changes in the pubic symphysis, which is the joint at the front of the pelvis. These features change in predictable ways as people age, but individual differences can affect accuracy. When it comes to determining sex, the pelvis is the most reliable bone to analyze. Female pelvises are wider and have a more open shape to help with childbirth, while male pelvises are narrower and more robust. If the pelvis isn't available, forensic anthropologists turn to the skull and long bones. Male skulls tend to have more prominent brow ridges, larger mastoid processes behind the ears, and a squarer chin. Female skulls usually have smoother brow ridges and a more rounded chin. They also use precise measurements of bones, comparing them to reference data from known populations. These measurements help estimate whether the bones belong to a male or female with a good level of confidence. Estimating stature, or height, involves measuring long bones like the thigh bone, shin bone, and upper arm bone. Anthropologists use mathematical formulas called regression equations, which are based on large groups of people with known heights. These formulas help predict how tall someone was when alive. For example, measuring the length of the femur and applying the correct equation for the person's likely population can give a close estimate of their height. If only fragments of bones are available, the estimate becomes less precise, but it still provides useful information. These methods are used in many situations, like solving crimes, identifying victims of disasters, or studying ancient populations. Forensic anthropologists can often identify individuals even when remains are badly decomposed or damaged. Their work helps law enforcement find missing persons, understand how someone died, or learn about past human populations. It is important to remember that these estimates are probabilities, not certainties. Factors like health, environment, and individual variation can influence the results. For example, some populations have different bone structures, so using the right reference data is essential. In summary, forensic anthropologists analyze bones carefully, looking at growth patterns, physical differences, and measurements. They combine visual clues with statistical methods to estimate age, sex, and height. This information plays a vital role in helping identify unknown individuals and understanding human biological variation across different populations.